Hello guys, I hope you have earned your first premium from my beginner guides and now looking to upgrade your Albion account. Today I will be discussing about Player Island that can be bought only after you have your premium and how you can earn passive silver from Island without getting bored managing your island. So now let's say you want to buy your island, but where should you buy your island? Should you buy your island where you are faction flagged? Or should you buy your island where local production bonuses benefit you the most? Because if you look closer to royal cities, you can see that they have different local production bonuses. These local production bonuses apply even without premium, which is why even if you do not want to buy premium next month, you can take the benefit from these city bonuses. Also, this guide is for beginner player who can afford only one island for now and how beginner can start their island journey. Now, what kind of things you should do in private island? Because you can have many choices from farming crops, herbs, building houses to hire labor, raise baby animals, and so on. Just click your avatar and see the build options to see what you can build an island and do different activities to earn passive income from island. The first thing to consider before building anything in your island is the playstyle of yours, which can affect the progress of your private island. How does it affect? Because if you are a PvP player that likes solo mist or solo ganking in future, and you are building houses to hire gatherer laborers to earn raw materials while doing crops farming or raising animals, then it doesn't make sense. And the income generated from those laborers will be very low because you will need to either buy full journals or do resource gathering, which can take a lot of time, and you will feel bored of your island managing everything. Instead, for PvP players, it will be better to use their focus in refining raw materials after buying raw resources from market. And if you are a gatherer and doing crops farming while using your precious focus points to grow crops, then again, it doesn't make sense because you could earn more silver from refining from your gathered resources and bought resources from other royal city while using your focus point. So what should you do? How to use focus point in island, what to build according to your playstyle, and how to profit from island without getting bored. To this question, I have three answers, and the first answer is by choosing only one goal with your first island instead of going different methods to earn silver from island. For example, don't go on farming 5 different crops or herbs in your first island, or building houses while raising animals, growing crops, pasture, etc. Just do one thing in your island which will make it easier to manage and easy to earn silver. You can grow only one specific crop and use the focus to water the plants. For example, look for the local bonus production and aim to grow that product only in your whole island. For example, in Bridgewatch, you can have 10% yield bonus on beans, dragon teasel, and bundle of corn. Now, these all three are profitable. Remember that nothing is non-profitable in Albion Online. Once you mastered it, you will earn silver. So, now in Bridgewatch, go for unlocking the crops or herbs from farming Tier 2 beans or Tier 2 arcane agaric seeds. Your main goal is Tier 5 dragon teasel if you are building your island in Bridgewatch and want to do herb gardener, and Tier 7 corn if you are growing crops. Use your daily focus on growing these and level up your spec in these crops or herbs so that you will soon hit the 100 level on it. Now, how it is profitable. If you look the ingredients of some foods or potion, you can see where it is used. For example, dragon teasel is used in invisibility potion, Tier 7 and Tier 8 poisons, Tier 5 calming potions, and so on. And all these are sold at high pace, which is why your herbs will be sold instantly. If you look the Tier 7 corn, then it is used in Tier 7 roasted puremus snapper, omelet, pork pie, and so on. Again, these foods are all high profitable, and your corns will be sold instantly. Likewise, from Limhurst, Tier 4 herbs, cernulated burdock seeds, and Tier 8 pumpkin have yield bonus. Forced sterling with turnips and ghoul yarrow, Thetford with cabbage and fire-touched mullein, and Martlock with wheat in foxglove. Now to store these all crops, have one Tier 5 house in your island, craft Tier 5 chests and store all the resources in that chest. Still, do not buy other island and other cities until you hit the max spec on your crops or herbs, so that when you hit the 100 spec, you won't need to use your focus point in watering those crops, and then you can proceed with another island. This is the first answer, and an easy way to manage your island while earning profit, only doing one job. Now, another option is by following 2 goals in one island, which is growing crops and raising animal in pasture. Have at least 2 pasture in your island, 1 house chest to store, and other plots with crops where you will grow the food that you will use to feed the animals you're raising. So your main goal should be one specific animal where you will be using your focus point. And the second method will not look profitable at first because your focus point will not be enough to water crops and you will have to buy seeds from market time to time. Why crops? Because instead of buying crops from market, you can grow your own and take them to feed your animals. So in pasture, you will raise two kind of animal. First one is for meat product or milk product, and another will buy any mount that can be raised in pasture. So you can choose to raise baby mount like stag, moose calf, ox, ram, lamb, or horse. As gatherers can find baby drops while gathering from animals, they can raise stag and moose calf. If you are not a gatherer, then you can raise horse or ox. I recommend ox because it is very profitable and can be sold easily. Use your focus on mount animals first and then use it in other animals. As for the meat or milk or egg, look for the city local production bonus because every city has bonus. If your island is in Bridgewatch, raise goat as Bridgewatch has 10% bonus on goat milk and 10% bonus when butchering goat to get raw goat meat. Likewise, Lyndhurst has goose egg and raw goose meat, so raise goose there, Fort Sterling with chicken and mutton, Thetford with raw pork only, and Martlock with cow's milk and beef. So again, use your focus on animals instead of watering crops or herbs in this method. Also, grow the crops that have high seed yield as well as city bonus. Also, with premium and focus point, your baby yield bonus and seed yield bonus will also be high, which will make you decent profit. So the second method was about animal, mount, and crops with one house to store the materials. Now the method 3 is mostly recommended for gatherer. Again, to remind you guys, these is the guide how to utilize your first island. So when you hit the high spec and start to earn decent profit from your first island, you can then proceed with second island and do any of these methods. Now for the method 3, the island involves houses and laborers with crops farming. Why house and crops farming? Now imagine building all the houses and you have more than 30 laborers in your island. Can you fill over 30 journals daily? Have only 4 houses and other for farming crops or herbs. Again, see the local production bonus and use the method 1. You can do crops or herbs that will be used in foods or potions, or you can farm crops or herbs that will be used in feeding animals, because after your first island, you should have your plan ready to what to do in second island. So now you can either use your focus point in refining, earning a big profit while gaining extra raw materials from your hard work labor, or you can use it in crops to hit the cap till you don't need focus point to water the crops or herbs for seed yield bonus. So what's the starting point or house level to start your labor? It's tier 5. After you buy your first island, upgrade your house to level 5, craft your own level 5 table, beds, buy trophies, and make your laborer happy. Should you go upgrading your house for tier 8? No, 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 do not upgrade it to even tier 6 when you are starting your island journey. Now you have 4 houses with 12 tier 5 laborers. Now in my previous videos, I have already described that you should focus on 2 types of gathering. So let's say you are a skin and fiber gatherer, while skinning being your main. So have 3 houses with gamekeeper's labor, because your gamekeeper's journal will be filled faster, and 1 house with crop or labor. Now you have tier 5 house with tier 5 labor, so you may think that it is best to give tier 5 journals, right? It is not correct, guys. First see, what's your spec in gathering tier 5 resources? Is it above 45 to 50? If not, then do not bother filling tier 5 journals because it will be very slow. Fill your tier 4 journals instead because it will be more efficient and profitable, because even if you fill more journals than you need, you can sell it in the market at profit. Have your gathering set, pork pie, and your gathering speed will be fast. Once you hit level 50 in gathering tier 5 resources, then carry tier 5 journals. For tier 6 journal, you need to hit at least level 25 to 30. Likewise, when you are able to fill tier 6 journal speedily, upgrade your house to tier 6. Now this is the basic island guide for beginners. Once you are able to manage your island and earn profit while leveling your crops or herbs or raising animals, you will be able to progress in crafting potions or foods from your resources, which is for another video. I could have talked about the guild island too, but that is also not a beginner-friendly guide. So stay tuned and subscribe my channel for more and more beginner guides about Albion Online. Peace out.